Hello, folks. It's Fandango Friday. We have liquor and or liqueur. And I'm in Louisiana for Louisiana liqueur reviews. And I have, you see, it was in the freezer. Can't you see how frosted it is? Look at that frosted brown glass. This is Seagram's Seven Crown Apple. Let's see, Ed is down there. Elbow. I'm about to add him. I'm trying to get this thing to focus. He's in Florida. Now, I'm going to get this to focus. Come apple or high water. All right. Now, this is 71 proof. I don't know when it was introduced, but I know it was no sooner than 20. I know it was not earlier than 1934 because that's when Seagram Seven Crown was introduced, 1934. So sometime in the last 89 years, more than likely recently. All right. Whiskey with natural flavors. Hello, Elbow.
Hey, cheers. Cheers. And good evening, folks out there. Tonight, I have got a spirit instead of a mixed cocktail.
Okay.
Got some tequila tonight with
El
El
Tesoro.
Tesoro Reposado. Got the old the cap there that looks like a Tahona stone. And I bought the big bottle on this because I've heard a lot about this brand. It's one of the better brands, I guess. It's well spoken of among the the tequila folks on YouTube or Facebook, anything like that. So
And what? I'm not familiar with that tequila. What's the proof on it?
it's 40% ABV
Okay.
and 100% Puro do Agave, crafted at La Alteña Distillery, which they started in 1937. So let's pour a little bit out. It's a good healthy pour. But
Yeah.
it's Reposado, so it's very lightly colored, a little bit amber, but it's not very dark. And this is a brand they don't add any additives or no caramel or anything like that. So, but yeah, it's a lightly amber color, I guess, to it, and there it is. So.
Okay. Let me just get something fixed right here. That should work out.
Put it there for now.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, good, good, good. Got it. All right. So, um, I he's at a birthday party.
Oh, okay. Sean couldn't make it. Okay.
There he goes again, putting his family ahead of hangouts. Putting his family ahead of hangouts. All right, but you can see this is you can see it's frosted.
Oh, okay. You had it in the freezer.
Yeah, I think liqueurs they seem for me they do better in the freezer. Other people might prefer room temperature, but no, I'm not one of those people. Okay, all right, that'll be enough. I don't want to overdo it. Okay, so I'm gonna go put this back in the freezer for a future date, which you don't know when that'll be. Okay, So we know it's produced up there in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, at the old Seagram's distillery that was opened in 1847. And if you go there, you'll see big smokestacks with Seagram's all up and down and all over, but they don't own it because Seagram's went out of business in the year 2000. They had a problem with their debt payments exceeding their income. That's always a very bad problem. So it was the largest liquor company in the world, but too much debt, not enough revenue. So all the stuff was sold off, and Diageo, which is the big British London, England liquor company, bought a lot of the assets. So they bought the rights to that 7 Crown, and then they started adding flavors and so forth. Now, the website lists the apple, the honey, and the original thing. So I poured it, and you can see it's kind of what is that color? Like a amber? Yeah. Well, like apple juice. Yeah, amber like apple juice. That makes sense. That makes sense for them to do that. Ethan's, the Hoosier State, right? Now, when people think of whiskey, they usually don't think of Indiana, but the distillery in Lawrenceburg is huge. Now the website. Well, let's look at what the website says. Jump over to that.
Is that the same distillery as MGP?
Correct. Midwest Grain Products produces this for Diageo.
Okay.
And a bunch of other stuff for Diageo, and a bunch of other stuff for a whole lot of other people. So it might be the biggest distillery in the United States. Most likely it is, but I can't say that. So there's the bottle. Did you want to say something about the MGP?
No, I just wondered because I've heard of that company, and I guess they make a lot of different brands or contract for a lot of different brands.
They do, and now they have their own brands that are starting to kind of show up around the country. Seagram 7 Crown Apple, a 71 proof American blended whiskey made. Now here's what they say. It's made of aged bourbon with hints of apples. Okay. Hints of apples. Seriously smooth Seagram 7 Crown tastes great as a shot on the rocks or in your favorite cocktail. The nose is apples. Let me see. I'm going to smell it right now. Okay, I'll go along with that. Say green apples. I guess that's what they're going with that label. Taste, ripe, fresh picked apple notes. Let's see about ripe, fresh picked apple notes. Well, I think it should say faint, ripe, fresh picked apple notes, because it's really whiskey. It tastes like whiskey more than it tastes like apples. It's like whiskey is the bourbon. The bourbon is taking the forefront, and the apple is taking the rear. Subtle fruity whiskey character. Yeah. It tastes like spiced apples, though. It says blended whiskey with natural flavor, and I get the impression that some of those natural flavors might be an assortment of spices, which, like those, like that apple crumble people eat. The apple crumble, and then they have the bear claws, which is like dough, like a bread with the spices. So they're kind of going for that kind of thing, and it's working. It's working. I can't say I ever crave apple flavored whiskey liqueurs, but the price point, this runs about $12 to $14. But they had a super sale at my local store, and they were selling it for $3.99. And I'm pretty sure that most of the viewers, if they saw a full-size bottle of this for $3.99, they would do like me and take the risk, because I don't consider that much of a risk. So it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's check it out. You know, on the nose, you get that agave aroma. Not too much else am I getting there. But the thing with a quality tequila like this is the alcohol hit is subdued. It's smooth. You know, I got to use that word smooth, but to me, it's smooth. It goes down really easy.
Doesn't just taste like a mouthful of alcohol.
No, no, you can taste like maybe a little bit of vanilla, maybe a little bit of cinnamon to me, but you know the tequila flavor is there. It's not really clouded by a heavy alcohol taste, and I think they do a great job with that. I would be interested in sampling the Blanco of this brand just to see if I can detect any difference in the aging process. I know a Reposado is only a few months in the barrel, less than a year, more than 2 months. So I don't know if I could even detect the difference between a Blanco or a Reposado, but I usually get a Reposado when I buy a tequila. Uh, and these guys, they're one of the brands that, at least my perception is it's a family type brand. They've been in the tequila business for generations. Like I said, they started, I think, 1937. And you can still see there's a guy on YouTube occasionally, the master distiller for El Tesoro. His name is Carlos Camarena. At least he was for a long time. And he's been on YouTube here and there, you know, interviewed by different people. And I believe this is one of the brands that, you know, rather than going more toward like big business, just say some corporation owned a distillery and put out tequila, I think this is more family owned type of business. And they still use a lot of the old methods. One thing they do, at least they say, is they still use a stone tahona to crush the agave rather than put it in a diffuser or some type of chemical process. They're still using the old processes.
Now, would you? I'm going to show that in a minute. Would you like to read the tasting notes, and you want me to read it?
Yeah, you can read it. I'm having a little trouble seeing here with these classes, so if you want to just read
Okay.
it off.
I'll be glad to. El Tesoro. I wonder what that means. El Tesoro, the something.
It's a treasure. The treasure.
Oh, the treasure. Okay. We age our Reposado tequila in American oak ex bourbon barrels. That's sort of a redundant statement because a bourbon barrel has to be oak, but that's okay. Oak ex bourbon barrels for 9 to 11 months. Of course, a lot of people that are buying the tequila may not know that, so they're letting them know it's oak. 9 to 11 months, so that's pretty good. This careful process creates a sweet and smoky flavor with hints of vanilla and oak. The appearance is straw. I noticed that when you showed it. The aroma is smoky oak with hints of fruit, vanilla, and dill. Dill. The taste is a robust blend of oak and agave with smoke and pepper. They also make the Blanco, which is unaged, of course. They have the Añejo, aged 2 to 3 years. And they have the Extra Añejo, aged 4 to 5 years. Well, I bet you that's not going to be $20. Okay.
No. Yeah, and the Paradiso, I've heard about that too as well.
You really better be ready to spend some money.
Yeah.
And the single barrel, yeah, well, there's gonna. So they got some fancy stuff out here. Now, let's go over to the process that you were talking about.
Yeah, see, they even state it there on the website. It's harvested by hand, and it's an interesting process, compared to other spirits. They have to manhandle this large plant. It's almost like a cactus, but it's not really a cactus. It's more like a succulent, like an aloe vera plant. But they get big, and they have to chop the leaves off it, and they get down to what they call the pina, and that's the part that they bring back to the distillery and cook it, crush it, get all the sugars out so they can ferment it. And
So sort of like an artichoke where you're trying to get to the heart.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's the guy, Carlos. You may see him around. He's a good, like, the brand ambassador.
Yeah, he's the grandson of the guy who.
Yeah, Felipe, I think, was the grandfather. But anyway, this is one of the few tequilas that I have looked up where I constantly see it get a good rating. So this bottle was $45 for a reposado. I think the Blanco is about 35. This 750 milliliter. So it's not cheap. It's not one of the budget ones like Milagro. I think I brought that one time, and Espolon, or those are a couple of budget brands. But this is one of the
Let me in.
quality. Okay, cheers, Dave.
Cheers, Elbow.
Yeah, man, good to see you.
Happy Friday to you.
Yes,
Friday to you,
indeed.
NJ.
Now, Elbow,
weekend.
Elbow, what did you say the price was on that one again? I missed that because I was
$45. I write it down. I'm a little anal like that, but I write it down and put a sticker on the bottom. It was $45.
That's smart.
Yeah,
You're smart to do
Yeah,
that.
tequila prices are going through the roof.
yeah.
It's one of the fastest growing liquors. Yeah.
Yeah, cheap like.
Anyway, cheers to Friday and Dave and Ron, and have another sip.
Cheers, Elbow. I'm having my after work beverage right now. I just made it in, kids, like 10 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
glad you made it. Cool.
What are you drinking? Fruit juice?
Yeah, pineapple juice. The juice. The juice. Yeah.
Odd looking pineapple.
Did you hear the news? Did you hear the news? Billy Bush wants to buy the Budweiser. Wants to buy Budweiser back from.
Yeah, I read it, but I mean, I can't see that happening. He better have some money, and I don't think
they're doing the bleed out over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bleed out. Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, I mean, I can't see how he could pull that off. I mean, I know he's one of the Bush family members, but he's sort of estranged from the family. He's got his own.
Jay, hold on. One of the richest families in the United States is the Bushes. Don't ever forget that. They're all related.
I know.
All right, so tonight I'm doing Stoli Vanilla flavored premium vodka, 37.5% alcohol. By Stolichnaya.
Yeah, Stolichnaya.
Stolichnaya. Okay. I picked this up so long ago. I don't even know how much I paid for it. Probably like $7. I picked this up almost like a decade ago. It's been sitting up there. Somebody came up. Oh, what is that? Pull it out.
Probably $17 now.
Oh yeah, this stuff was so cheap. It's really cheap. Look at that. Clear. Got a little vanilla tone to it. Also looks like tequila. Smells like vodka and vanilla. So they hit it right there. So are we doing tastings now, or are we just doing? I mean, I'm late. Should I taste it?
Yeah.
Ronald, you go.
Yeah, where's the
Okay.
host? There he is.
I went off and got that strawberry concoction.
No, I had to get some more of this. I had to get some more of my beverage. I didn't have too much of it. All right, I'm gonna show the website for Stolichnaya.
Tastes like vodka. It's a little strong. The vanilla's there, and it tastes kind of in depth. It tastes like it's really good vanilla. It doesn't taste like kind of candy vanilla in any kind of way. So it tastes like a really good vanilla where you're getting that richness off of it.
What is the ABV?
37.5.
37.5.
That doesn't look like the one I'm doing. Oh, yeah, it does. My label's faded. Mine's that old.
You want to read this description, or you want me to read it?
You can read it. I don't have my glasses on. Enjoy.
It says Stoli Vanille instead of Stolichnaya Vanilla. Stoli Vanille offers elegant aromas of vanilla pod, creme anglaise, whatever that is, creme anglaise, chocolate with undertones of toasted buttery grain, but without the heavy cloying sweetness of some vanilla vodkas. Stoli Vanille palate brings a creamy sweetness to the fore, but it is light and balanced with cocoa powder, white pepper, and sweets. Listen to all of this. Cocoa powder, white pepper, and sweet, spicy notes. Uh-huh.
Okay, it's a little peppery. I was wondering where that was coming from. As far as you say cocoa, like chocolate cocoa, or cocoa like cocoa?
Yeah, you know, cocoa powder, like Hershey's cocoa powder, like you put in a chocolate milk.
No, that's a far search considering it's clear. All right. If you hadn't mentioned that, I wouldn't have liked to detect that. But now that you mentioned it, I'm detecting a little bit. It's good. It's good. It's got a real kind of like a upscale taste to it. You know, like it's not cheap. It's not candy. It's not just thrown together. This has got a real good married flavor to it. You can tell this is something that they really took some pride in making because they're incorporating other flavors to get the strength of a vanilla to come out. You know, sometimes I think in vanilla beans, when you're dealing with vanilla beans, you'll get a little pepperiness from them.
How you like this? Look who. Oh yeah, you do get pepperiness from the vanilla beans.
Yeah, from a real vanilla bean.
Look who Stoli owns.
Huh. I'll be darned. Ain't that something?
Is there a big brand that owns Stoli? Like
it says
yeah,
Stoli.
The Russian mafia, maybe.
Yeah, it says Stoli. It says Stoli. Stoli Group. But I'd have to check.
Okay. So there's their own entity. It looks like. Okay.
Then we have Gator Bite. We know Gator Bite is another Louisiana liquor. Kentucky Owl, a very expensive bourbon. C Note Tequila. Okay, so they got a lot.
Yeah, that stuff is so expensive. Every time I see it, I go to my local neighborhood liquor store down the road, and they're just like, "Hey, you want to try this? We're going to sell it to you with this other brand we know you like." I'm like, "No." Like, why not? It's really good. It's because you got a price tag of $180 on it. Like, no.
Yeah.
I just want the one over there that you're going to sell me for $30, not the other one for $150.
Okay, so it looks like Elbow was asking. It says Stoli is owned by SPI Group. Stoli Products. Yeah. Okay. So like you said, their own entity. Okay.
That's code for KBG.
No. I don't.
Well, it
Well,
sounds like it's Russian. It's not distilled in Russia, is it? It's
and I think
distilled
they
around.
came. I think they came from Russia or something like that.
John is not here, but he's tuning in.
He's at a birthday party.
Oh, this early? Oh, he's been in that all day. We all know. You know my boy John.
He said it was. He said it was a impromptu birthday party. Oh well, you know what? Y'all are on the right track because the headquarters of Stolichnaya is in Latvia, and who used to own Latvia until 1991? Russia.
Yeah.
Comrade.
Okay. All right.
Comrade. Told you.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, you got me there. So
Good stuff.
yes, Olive Fire. It's the same thing. Stoli
Yes.
is Stolichnaya. Yes, the same thing.
Russian vodka.
Or at
Yes.
least Latvian vodka. All right, which is, yeah, okay. Let's add this to our banners. Stoli Vanille
Is from Mother Russia.
37.5%.
However, how you want to paint the name is still from Mother Russia.
Right, that's true. Now, and I was reading, they said that after Russia invaded Ukraine, Stolichnaya changed the name of their brand to Stoli to try to distance themselves from the Russian sounding name.
Really?
So now, yeah, it used to be. Now it is Stoli, but
Okay.
Okay, what?
We're not going to talk on that because
Yeah,
we know
I know.
we all have opinions about that.
I know. We don't want to make controversy.
Political thing. So,
I know. I agree. All right. So this Seagram 7 Crown apple introduced sometime probably 10 years ago, something like that. Well, like I say, I paid $3.99 for the bottle, so it wasn't any kind of risk.
Big bottle or little bottle?
Full size bottle.
Sorry, I'm late to the game.
Yeah, I know you had to work, but yeah, I did too, but I got off earlier. Full size bottle, that was incredible. But you can imagine that discount basket was like it went away quick.
You paid $3.99 or $3.75?
$3.99.
That's a deal.
I know. I can't get over it. And when I bring something next week, you're gonna really be shocked. So this is a 750 milliliter bottle. Natural flavor.
It's a really good one. I know you got me one, so thank you ahead of
time. Yeah.
Thank you ahead of time, Jay.
Well, that was about 8 months ago, and
since we're between 30 miles and 29 miles between each other. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. Now they score. I think a better name for this would be apple hinted whiskey, because the main flavor is bourbon. Like they're saying on the website, they use bourbon and they add natural apple to it. But I think the apple is just like a little bit, and the bourbon is a lot of it. And they're the spices, like an apple.
Well, that's awesome, isn't it? I mean, isn't that what you want it to be? I mean, I'm not trying to interrupt or anything, but don't you want your whiskey to be whiskey forward with the taste of some other flavor? Kind of like this. This is vodka forward with a very nice vanilla note.
That's probably a good point that you're making, because some of those that you buy taste like a glass full of sugar and flavoring, and you don't pick up. You don't really pick up. Yeah,
you can't taste the essence of the bourbon, the whiskey on a vodka or whatever the major
Right. So this one here is more like apple and spices tweaked onto bourbon. So if you like bourbon with a little apple and spices tweak to it, then you might like this. If you're thinking it's going to taste like you're biting into an apple,
Man, I totally love it like that, and I can't wait to taste my bottle. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, moving on, changing the subject.
Where's Claude?
I don't know. Claude must be doing something. Okay, so
he's prepared for
okay,
the hurricane.
I'm gonna give the score. You get the barrel. I like the oakiness. I like the bourbonness, and I like the mild apple. And it's not like a sugar bomb. Like it's not like it's all sugar. All right. You could tell they're adding table sugar though, but not overdone. So yeah, it's a good deal. If you pay $14 for it, yeah, it's a good deal. Because that's the normal price, $12 to $14, which is still cheap as chips these days.
What kind of sugar? What's table sugar? Is that cane sugar or beet sugar?
Usually sugar cane sugar, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to score this a 93 out of 100. I think it's a very good product. I think you did a good job. Seagram's, meaning Midwest Grain Products. Yeah, it's all right. If you see it for my price, buy it. If you're into liqueurs, if you're not into liqueurs, obviously don't buy it. All right, so that's all I got to say. And as far as promos, what the hell? Look at this here.
Okay, VSOP.
Notice it comes in only the finest plastic.
Only the finest polyethylene tetra, whatever that is, PET plastic. Yeah, only the finest.
Boy.
One of America's great bourbon. I mean, this is one of America's great brandies. Yeah, well, if you believe that, you believe just about anything. But it is VSOP, which means it's aged at least 4 to 6 years generally. So I'm not going to review it, David. Don't worry. I'm just pouring it.
Can you tell all the rest of us out in the audience what VSOP stands for?
Oh yeah, okay. Very smooth old pale.
Okay, and what's the pale? What did it mean by pale?
Very smooth old pale, and it comes from.
Confused as to what is pale.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, it's coming.
That doesn't look like it's pale. I mean, that looks like it's got some pigment in it, man.
It's coming from IWA Distilling, but that is an alias name of Buffalo Trace. So it's really coming from Buffalo Trace in Frankfurt.
Oh my God! Here we go, ultra sweet whiskey.
Buffalo Trace brandy. Pale. Well, it's not really that pale, is it? No.
Yeah, it's not.
That's why I was asking. What was the pale? That looks like root beer or something.
Well, we'll talk about it one day. Maybe if you come over and you want to try it, if you're an adventurous type of person or a fool. All right. I'll deal with that later. So as far as Sunday morning or tomorrow morning, I'm gonna do some bourbon taste challenge with bourbon. That's gonna be exciting. I got the legendary Davies County 2 mash bills bourbon. It's gonna wipe out all the competition. It's gonna kill it. I'm telling you, this Davies County is gonna wipe out the competition. Sunday we got Super Sunday. Any beer?
Out of control. This stuff is just some of the best stuff. It's double mash.
What a deal.
Oh, it's so good.
Super Sunday, you could bring any beer, wine, liquor. If it's too early in the morning, you want to review chocolate milk, you can do chocolate milk. You can do anything, coffee.
Chico water, you can review.
Anything.
Water, you can review your finest white milk.
Right. Next Wednesday. Okay, hold on. Next Wednesday is lemonade beers. Any beers that are made with lemonade, a lemonade beer. And I'm going to go look for one, and I won't have any trouble finding one. Doesn't matter about the alcohol level. It could be 2.5%.
Could it be a shandy or a rattler?
Yes, because a shandy and a radler is made with lemonade. So yes, and and then next Friday we'll do another Fandango Friday, God willing. So now Ed is going to Elbow is going to give us his score for El Tesoro, the treasure, which he paid a good amount of money for that, and he's getting a good amount of value. I think.
Yeah, I am. I am because every time I open it up and have a taste, it's delicious. I'd give it a 95 for sure. It's a solid A. Uh, and it's available. You can usually find this all over the place. There's some brands like Fortaleza that are, well spoken of, supposed to be really good, but you can't find them. They're like I don't know. I've heard about that brand a lot, but they're tough to find. But anyway, if you can't find a Fortaleza or something like that, I would recommend the El Tesoro. It is. It's like I said, I think it's a family-owned, old-fashioned type manufacturing brand. And from the taste of it, I would agree. I think it's delicious. So, cheers, folks. I hope you have a great weekend and happy to be here.
Cheers, Elbow.
And when you're dealing with a product that no one can get, then it becomes a sort of like a theoretical thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I see people talk about it on like I'm in a Facebook group for tequila, and on YouTube there's several folks that do tequila reviews, and it's a product that everybody likes, but I've been asking for months at my local Total Wine or even other liquor stores around, and it's just not on the shelf. It's just not there. And I can understand it in a way because I watched a video on a tour of their distillery, and they're one of the distilleries, I think, similar to El Tesoro, where they use the old fashioned method. So it's like they're not producing, thousands of bottles a day. It's like I don't know how much they produce, but it's not a lot. So anyway, that's why it's hard to find, I guess. But
Yeah.
anyway, this stuff is great. I definitely recommend El Tesoro for sure.
Man, I would love to try that, and maybe one day I will.
I definitely recommend it. Cheers.
Now we're going to look at the Stolich Naya. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. Stoli Vanille.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in our area. Okay. The tequila is. Oh, yeah. Russian vodka with vanilla, obviously made with real vanilla beans. Tastes really good. Uh, it's like 75%, almost regular 80. Um, smells good. I mean, you can smell the vanilla. You can smell the vodka. It's grainy. Taste this again, It's real kind of smooth. It goes down quick. You left with a mouthfeel of vanilla, kind of like almost like a wedding cake frosting thing going on, but no sweetness.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So you just left with that richness, the slight sweetness, everything that goes with that. So this is well put together. I can't find anything wrong with it. There's a slight graininess to it, but it's so slight. It's just distilled out. You can tell. I'm going to give this a 96. It's very good. If you see this anywhere, pick it up. You can probably make some concoction drink with it or whatever, or just drink it straight. It's really good.
Yeah, it should be pretty easy to find.
Should be. Cheers.
Cheers to you. Well, It's VSOP brandy. What I'll say about this product is that
I ignore y'all. I am getting my phone for a second because I'm gonna look up elbows. Oh,
this VSOP brandy is good, but if you're not into tasting grape skins, it might throw you because it's like real, grape skins are bitter, kind of.
99. That's how much it is here. 51.99.
$51.99 for what?
What Elbow has.
Oh, $51.99. Okay, all right.
And there's another one, an 85th anniversary. It's not really saying much about it, but boy, they want a car note for it.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That's pretty expensive.
That's just
car
ridiculous.
note.
Yeah. You know what? You still get the same effect from bug juice. I mean, really. I mean, come on. I mean, that's when you get. I guess you're about yourself and you want to brag and all that.
Yeah, there's a market out there for them high-priced tequilas, and
Oh yeah,
people are buying them.
Yeah,
This is just like the bourbons, I guess.
Yeah. It's unbelievable how much tequila prices have gone through the nose, and I really don't know why. Used to get tequila was a cheap spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it caught on and got popular, so then the price went through the roof.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that.
Here's this shabby Buffalo Trace brandy.
I think it's just more corporate greed.
Now I did not pay $18.49. The price went up because I paid $17.99. So the price went up 50 cents in the last couple of months. Oh
my
well,
God, 50 cents. 50 cents. Watch out, kids. It's gonna break the bank. 50 cents.
Well, penny saved is a penny earned. I think if you could find this for $18.49,
penny.
yeah, I guess it's worth it. I mean, if you like the taste of grape skins, it's kind of well, it's a little different. I'll put it to you like that. Let's look up the El Tesoro.
Hey, they got all kinds of garbage at that store. Who knows what you're buying?
Wait, where's the El Tesoro? Oh.
Take it to the whiskey trail myself. Good stuff.
All right, so they got the Blanco at $42.99. That's about right, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, that's higher than here, I think. I was about 35 over here, I thought. 37.
What you're presenting is $51.99.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
I got it for 45, so I'm lucky. I feel lucky.
Yeah, let's look. Okay, here we go. Yeah, they don't have the Reposado on their website.
No,
I don't know what website you're on. I'm on the same on my phone, so we can move off this.
All right.
Move in a direction.
Holy moly!
Oh man, yeah. I don't know if I'll be bringing that
one. That's the one. That's the one that's car note, man.
Yeah. There you go.
You know what?
I'll wait for somebody to give me that as a gift, I guess.
That was
81. Let's see. Okay, one more thing.
Okay, can we move on from this? So this is like something real. Just some research should be done like offline, I would think.
Well, I'm showing the fans that they have it in Pensacola, Florida, Stolichnaya Vanille, and it's $20.99, and you didn't pay anywhere close to that.
No, I did not, because I bought it over 10 years ago.
But it does get a 94 out of 100. 94 out of 100, so that's good.
I told you it was good. I gave it a 96.
Okay, enough of that. All right. Well, any last comments from
Moving on.
anyone?
No, not really. Don't want to prolong this.
Yeah. Yeah, all I can say is feel free to check out Elbow 88 on YouTube. I have a channel, and I haven't posted a new video in a couple of weeks, but either way, I got some videos on there, so feel free to check it out.
Cool.
Yes.
See it, pick it up, buy it.
Yeah.
It's really good. You can drink it straight. You can shoot it. You can do whatever you want. You can mix it in something. The vanilla is real vanilla flavor. Quality of the vodka's really good. Holds together. I don't think you can go wrong with this product. See it, pick it up. I would pay $29 for it, but look around. You might find it cheaper. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to try both of those products, and I'd probably love them, you know. But anyway, well, thanks everybody for watching. I'm sorry Jean-Pierre couldn't join, but he had a birthday party to go to, and he had a liquor he was looking to bring, but he can bring it next time.
Wait, some of the things I miss about Jean being on. Ha ha
Oh, looking at your phone.
ha! Ha ha ha!
All right, he's giving John a hard time. Sunday, yes,
All right,
Super
John.
Sunday, Jean. Super Sunday, Jean.
Yeah, see you
All right.
Sunday.
All right. We miss you, Sean. Miss you.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Later.
y'all take care now, and
right.
have a good evening. Bye-bye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.